Outside the McDonald's parking lot. I was going to stream like last time inside McDonald's. I got my $1.08 with tax, $1.08 large coffee. You can get an ice. It's just great being frugal. Every day on the East Coast anyway with the app you can get this. Just saving money. That's how I live. Below my means. While I bought the dip the other day, I did another one. I mean, this is constant. If you look at Bitcoin, now, this is from real experience, not a financial advisor of costs. Of course, don't listen to me. I am not, again, I am not a financial advisor, obviously, but I've done very well over the years just investing, being frugal, living below my means. And Bitcoin is just, people are borrowing money. They put money into it. I feel bad for these people that got it at like for 120, which is crazy. It was like in the one, was it the high of 125, 126? People were buying it really high. Back, I sold a lot of my Bitcoin and I rolled it over into ETFs. ETFs. I went over on this channel so many times what ETFs are. They're amazing. VU, QQQ. QQQ is like a bunch of the top tech companies in the world. And if you look at the last decade of what it's done, I have no notes in front of me. I'm just talking right at my phone. It's averaged about I think 19, 20% overall. Even on the years, it lost like 20 something percent, I think, in 2022 and one other year. But overall, it's going up. How many people have 600 some dollars right now? It's like $609 or something the other day on the dip to buy it. Well, you could buy fractional shares, little pieces of it. Like with SPY, Warren Buffett. I'm a student of Warren Buffett for sure. He says in S&P 500 is like buying a farm basically. You don't need to know much about investing or anything. You don't need to know about real estate. I start to, in my own opinion, listen to some of these gurus. A lot of them are fake gurus. They sell courses and stuff like this, and they start to talk and they just talk about nothing. It's like a big circle of bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, Bitcoin's going to be 10 million one day. My ass. 10 million. I don't believe it. Okay, I'm going to say I don't believe it. As a Bitcoin, I still have. I'm exposed to Bitcoin a little bit, and my portfolios. I would say 10% of my portfolios is money I could afford to lose. That's how I first got. I don't even want to say lucky anymore. I got into Dogecoin with what I call pizza money, Gene money, hanging out on the weekend. You're gonna go chill with your friends. I was telling people on another channel I started back in like 2021, and that channel did very well. And of course, I could walk away from it because I don't need to do it for the loot. And people were super chatting me. It was great. I loved it, but I just couldn't stay on it. But I was telling people to get into Dogecoin early. It was just me like talking to a friend, not saying what to do, not advice, but I think it's gonna blow up, which it did. Dogecoin went up big time. It went up, and then Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live, and it started to tank. But I took a lot of my Dogecoin gains. I still have Dogecoin under a penny on one of my portfolios, by the way, and I invested it into Bitcoin. Bitcoin went cold. I got in on it and I held it through the crypto winter. Went up. I was like, there it is. Didn't even have to look at my account. Wasn't worried about it. Still, again, all money I could afford to lose. Got into it. Got paid. I got paid. So this video is not going to get a lot of views. It's on a weekend. I noticed the YouTube algorithm will push a little bit where I can get like at least 50 plus viewers. But I don't care because I'm not doing this for money. This is not a living for me. This is not getting on YouTube. Those days are long over. Mm. I made I made great money over you, hundreds of thousands over the years on YouTube, but hard work on other channels. Busted my ass, did my thing, invested all my money, lived below my means, and now things are compounding in the background. What do I mean by that? A lot of SPY, QQQ. I got a lot of good ETFs, got a good portfolio. I love it. I'm very happy with it, and they're compounding. I'm getting dividends. I reinvested dividends. It's really great. So yeah, I'm pretty happy, and I'm still living like I'm poor, below my means. I don't know if poor, maybe not. I'm sitting in a 2019 Kia Rio, very proud of it. I talk about that a lot. But the point is, I'm living below my means. Whereas I know people personally that are flexing. They're living great. They got shiny things. Uh, I can't believe it. I can't believe I know someone. I still can't believe it. They think they're large. They're living around. They're pulling out cash, wads of cash, and they have credit debt. They have all. It's sad. They have no discipline, and they rather live like that than have investments for the future. So, I don't want to be one of those boomers living in the cars. I see that horrifies me. You know what I'm talking about? You look around on YouTube and you put boomer living in cars, stuff like this. It's crazy. It's scary. I'm like, wow, do you really want to live like that? I don't want to live like that. That's scary. It's horrifying. So I'd rather pay my dues, work, even though like I'm broke. I know some people will get. I have a friend of mine. He's like, oh my God, 20, $30,000 is life changing money. You talk about it like it's nothing. I'm like, well, fuck. Like it's something for sure, but you got to invest. Some people just don't get it. I'm like, do you not get this? Dude's going on vacations and all the time has no money on credit. It's crazy to me. Um, yeah. Anyway, I think I might start posting to my other channel again. I have another channel with over 400,000 subscribers. It's like paranormal UFO stuff like this. Just because I'm getting more interested in this stuff again. I know there's a lot of hoaxers out there and stuff like that, and there's a lot of hoaxes and the AI, but I'm constantly looking at the skies for these things, these anomalies, and it is very fascinating to me, and it's really fun. It's actually, if I can get the passion back where it's fun, to go online and look at Mars and look, the videos that come out and look for anomalies or any signs of anything strange. That stuff is fun to me. But I do that with with the stock market, but I do it with like high quality ETFs. Bitcoin, yeah, am I hating on it? No, because I'm exposed to it still, and I want to get more. I'm not gonna lie. Selfishly, I'd love Bitcoin to go down to 20 grand again. 20 grand. I'll buy a full coin. Very nice, and it's just money I could afford to lose. It's just sitting there, 20 grand. It's gonna probably go up again because it is. I made a video on this channel. I believe I said my theory on Bitcoin was like it was like man's greed, a reflection of human greed. And it's like a lotto ticket that never gets cashed, and people keep putting money into it. Then you have all these other people, these institutions, and this one and that one, these financial gurus and quotes. They spin all this stuff because they have a reason why, in my humble opinion, they want it to go up because they're involved in it. They're involved in crypto at such a level, and BlackRock wasn't the point of crypto. It was decentralized. It was away from all these big banks. Wasn't that the point of crypto? And then now all of a sudden they're all involved in it. I mean, that's probably why it's going. One of the reasons why it's going down. And then you have all these over leveraged people that are in crypto, Bitcoin specifically, and now they gotta freaking sell because it's dropping so fast and going so low. They have no choice. They gotta sell it, and there's a lot of paranoia. If you could just buy straight out flat like I did originally, have crypto Bitcoin, and then it's not through any like fund or ETF, and you can get it and you just own it outright and you just sit on it. That's what I did. I sat on it through the lows, through the crypto winter, and then it went up. And I said, "Whoa, now's a good exit point. Now here, I'm going to exit. Still have a little bit, very little. I'm going to take profits, throw it over into ETFs. ETFs, I love them. Exchange traded funds, love them all day. People are bored by it. Day traders, a lot of them are, in my opinion, are gambling addicts. They're using the stock market to gamble. Now you open up Robinhood. I like Robinhood, but I'm like, wow, they want you to bet on Super Bowl, really? It's crazy to me. They're creating allegedly. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying things like this. The gambling culture. It's creating an addiction for people that I just don't do. I am not. I mean, it's kind of like hypocritical because I get it, but you have to understand when I got into it, I gambled. I got into crypto early, and it's a long story of why I got into Dogecoin. But I got into it early because I liked the idea of it. I liked Dogecoin because it was one of the lowest things on Robinhood where I can own 1 million of it for very cheap. In 2018, I looked at Dogecoin. I'll never forget it. I was up in Europe. I'm saying it flexing because there's some people, they get very uncomfortable when you start talking finances. And, I earned the right to go to Europe. I worked, I busted my ass while I was there too. I'd be working on a computer. And I was in Europe and I opened up Dogecoin. I saw it. I tried to buy it back then in 2018 and it said, in your state, you cannot buy this on Robinhood. Anyway, as soon as it became available, I bought a bunch of Dogecoin. It went to the moon. It did. It went up. I was like, oh my God. I was like, wow, look at all this money. It was great. So still like Dogecoin. Still have on one of my portfolios under a penny. I held it, but I sold out. Took a good profit for myself. And I put it in, like I said, Bitcoin. It's all true. This is only what I know. I only know what I know. I can only talk about how I do things. So nobody could tell me, hey, you did it wrong. I beat the market. I beat the market. I opened up one of my portfolios. It's like 165% up. I beat the market all day. Even on the biggest days, I'm not bragging. I'm just talking from my experience. Because I've invested and I've been so disciplined, because I've done so well, even on the biggest down days, Liberation Day with Trump with the tariffs, still all green. For the day it was down, the stocks and ETFs were down. My wife and I went shopping and bought more. So I got a new position, like the title says, in QQQ. I just keep putting money into it. QQQ, SPY, all day, because I believe in those averages. Okay, we could have a tech crash or something like that. They're the best in the world. It can go down. I'll get more, but overall, I believe it's going to go up. Best U.S. companies in the world: Tesla, Amazon, Apple. Please, I'd rather put money in that. I believe more in that than highly volatile. I'm not hating. I like it. I think it's great. Everyone has the right to invest in crypto. I think it's really great. Again, because it's so speculative. There's no there's no way you can look at it over the years and say, I mean, the 50% plus gain losses on crypto, on Bitcoin. Tell me when the S&P 500 is going to go down 70%, 65%. It'll be like, oh my God, what would it take for that? It'd be a black swan moment, World War III or something. Um, I have a much better time sleeping with most of my portfolios and most of my retirement funds and ETFs that are high quality, like SPY, QQQ, VOO. Those are my top favorite ones. There's a lot of good ones out there. I got other ones. I have some, what is it, VTI, yeah, and I have other ones that I don't even remember right now. And I flat out own Tesla shares. Got Tesla on a great dip when everyone was saying don't get Tesla, hating on Tesla. I'm like, wait a minute. I was putting two and two together. I don't get political. It's not of interest to me, but I was like, there's these politicians bashing Tesla, but they have 401ks and they're exposed to Tesla. This is kind of weird. Some of them for sure are telling you not to get hating on Tesla. Meanwhile, they own Tesla. Talk about a conflict of interest. Are they buying the dip too? Probably. And the guy, the Fubo owner, Shark Tank guy, I already made the video, I believe, and I was not pumping. I was telling my opinion. Whoa, Tesla's on a good dip. But anyway, he said, you want to make money right now? Buy Tesla. I remember that when they were saying Tesla's going down. He was saying that he made a video. I remember that. I don't think it was AI. But anyway, just just having a good time, sipping my coffee. What's going on in boxing? Boxing is so disjointed. I mean, I can go on and on about it. It's hard. It's hard to watch these fights live. I got to go for highlights. I don't know. Boxing's wild. And I told you I like to look at these boxers, comparing them analogy wise, like Terrence Crawford is a SPY, S&P 500, one of the best in the world. If you're gonna put your money onto something, it would be Terrence Crawford. If you're gambling, I don't bet on sports, but Timofey Lopez recently, Timofey, I saw him struggle. Then he fought that Australian guy. Then he had a loss. He didn't look great. I know Shakur would beat him, outbox him, if not stop him. And you saw what happened in that fight. That was the last fight. Anyway, I think I'm out. 13 minutes, I'm out. If this video ever catches on, it's like probably because I would dedicate this channel to uploading and stuff. But really, where the views is at, if you're looking to be a YouTuber, and YouTubers, I said that they need to invest their money. I'm not talking about the filthy rich one percenters like Mr. Beast. I'm talking about the blue collar YouTubers. You might have a channel, a finance channel, a whatever channel, a reaction channel. A channel for me to do okay would probably be more of me watching other people's content. That nobody wants to see you like me. Nobody really is invested in that. They want to see what you're playing and what you're talking about, but that comes with a whole bunch of bullshit. Like I was doing fair use. It's a law. It's a whole thing. But where I was reacting and showing some AI content about boxing, where that hypocrite fraud, whoever was running the channel, was using Tyson Fury clips and they copy struck me on this channel. I got a hard copyright strike. I should have filed and defended it because they would have probably got the strike, but they knew it was fair use. The piece of garbage bum, probably someone in their mommy's basement with like 10 grand, or with like not even probably, yeah, they're making 10 grand for the first time in their life on YouTube, lying, just making fake news about boxing. It wasn't even real. But that loser bum I let them take whatever. I let them take the copyright. I let them copyright strike me, but no more. Next time I got a lawyer. I'll file. I'll file the counterclaim. I'm not going for that shit anymore. You want to copyright strike me? So if I decided to show other people's content with fair use while I'm talking about it, like everyone else does, I will fight back. I'm sick of these losers. The video made like $40. I wasn't stressing it. It had a bunch of views, and the bum, I guess, got a content AT match. So the bum loser running that AI fake news boxing channel, copyright struck me. I should, honestly, if they were in the United States, I could have. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. But I would have easily won that. YouTube would have just restored the video because the bum loser would never sue. First of all, it cost too much money. Then they knew they would have realized, oh, how am I going to sue him? It's a legit fair use video. They're going to lose. Anyway, who wants to go through all that nonsense? To me, that's like going through real estate ownership. I'd rather, like Warren Buffett says, buy the farm. Why do I want to go buy an apartment? I could start small, right? Buy a studio. I saw a studio apartment in New York for 250 grand, straight out in the burbs. I could buy that and make money on that. Why do I want to deal with that headache? I'd rather take the 250 grand. I mean, sure, you could do all these moves where you get the money lent to you and then you're not outright paying 250 grand, but it's just too much work. Then you got squatters, then you got issues, then you got this problem, that problem. Why do I want a problem with real estate like that at this stage of the game? I'm not Vanilla Ice. He's a master at that. I would rather take the 250 grand or whatever went towards the real estate and put it into ETFs and 10% of it in Bitcoin because I still believe Bitcoin's going to turn around. See, I'm not a hater. I'm just looking at I'm just looking at things like reality wise, like just reality, calling it like I see it. Um, sure, Bitcoin can go up to 150 grand or 100, go back up. Can you stomach the volatility, the losses? Can you do that? A lot of people can't. That's why they're selling right now. They're freaking out. Anyway, I'm out. Have a good day. How do I end this?